Hey everybody, welcome to Teach Gaming, and we're here playing Stories, The Path of Destinies. So, yeah, that's okay.
Once upon a time, the infamous rover Reynardo plundered the floating isles. Then his mother called him to her deathbed. "Swear to me that you won't die on the gallows," she rasped. Reluctantly, he swore. And he whiled away his days at home with music, cards, and wine. But the Emperor had changed. He'd been good once, a shy, almost humble toad. He'd built universities. Then people started whispering about mass graves in the woods, midnight rituals, victims screaming. The Imperial Ravens would round up entire villages, and no one ever returned. The Ravens had come to Ubar scouting for ancient books said to be of great power. But the librarians had hidden the books, so they'd burnt the librarians. The citizens, outraged, had driven them off. The Ravens had come back with dropships. The kid had fled with one of those books. He was brave and dumb and wanted to join the rebellion. And Reynardo had promised his mother he'd protect him.
Alright, well that's some intro there. I've played this for like 5 minutes just to make sure it actually worked. So we'll see how this goes. Let me know what you think if you like it. I'm probably gonna try to play at least 5 episodes of a new series, just to give people enough chance to, see if they do like it. And some games are slower than others, kind of like Factorio. It's a little slow at the beginning, but eventually it'll be even better. But it's kind of it's like an action-y, kind of almost Baldur's Gate-like, without the pausing, if, you've remembered Baldur's Gate.
The kid was looking down, watching his city burn. "Sorry, kid," Reynardo told the kid. "Look, if we give them the book, they'll leave you alone." "My mother died for this book!" "I promised her I'd protect you." "Oh, damn it." The kid had run off. With the book, of course. So Reynardo had to run after him.
So, as you can see, it's kind of hold down right to do that, left click to attack. That's kind of the basics of it, at least at the start it looks like.
The two ravens were staring at the kid like he was their dinner, which probably was what was in their tiny brains. "Hey," Reynardo said. They cocked their heads at him. "Pick on someone as ugly as you." Wait, that didn't come out right. "For the Emperor!" The ravens cawed and rushed at him.
Sure. The music is nice in this game. Nice atmosphere.
A dropship flew overhead. He hoped they hadn't noticed him. The kid.
So I'm throwing a raven to fly off a bridge. Die?
Oh, right. The Gate of Heroes. Someone's idea of a joke, making the Skyship docks a gated community. You needed a hero's sword to open it. And the kid was on the other side of the gate. Who let you through? Promise me you'll take the book to the rebels. Or I'm gonna steal your ship. I'm not taking the damn book anywhere. And neither are you. Try and stop me, laughed the kid. I bet you don't even have a hero sword. And with that, the kid hopped away. Had to hand it to the kid. He was an idiot, but he had guts. Where was Renato going to get a hero sword?
Magically, I feel like we're going to find one this way. 'Cause that's just how the games work.
Ore and wind essence? That sounds about right. I'll need a workshop, though. Perfect.
Nope, wrong one. Magic swords. Gather the required materials from the chest scattered throughout Boreas.
A hero sword. QED.
Firestorm. That sounds kind of cool. Void Blade. That one just looks awesome. I think that's probably the one I'm gonna go for. Yeah, it's not terrible looking. And then the fire. Well, let's...
This is what he got for settling down and finding people to care about. The kid's mum had been a swell cook, and she'd laughed at Renato's jokes, even when he didn't know he'd made one. And then the ravens had come to burn her. And she made him promise to protect the kid. But she never told him where the book was. Just the kid.
I feel like this is a game that I'm gonna have to explore a lot. So we might take our time to do that.
He came up to a ledge. It was too far to jump. There'd been a bridge here before, hadn't there? And there was Peter, giggling at him. How'd you get across? He asked the kid. Where'd you find a hook? I hopped, said the kid. White-ass kid. Hey, look out behind you! Cute, said Renato. Ah, ravens. It was time to talk some sense into the kid. Just hook his way across the ledge and chase the kid down. Thing was, he hadn't used his hook since he'd retired. How had he done it? Maybe if he meditated at that altar there, he'd remember his old skills.
That makes sense. Yep.
It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot, like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
Nice. Of course, it won't just let me. There we go.
And there was the Farfarer. She was the fastest ship he'd ever known. She could do the Kestra run in 12 furlongs. Oh, so the salesman had told him. And something told him the kid was about to walk into an ambush. Stop! He shouted. I'm not giving you the book! Shouted the kid, and took off. No! Peter! But the kid ran for it. And a goggler nailed him with its ivy.
So we're Han Solo here. This is what I mean. This is basically what this looks like. So, I mean, we have the Millennium Falcon.
The book was unburned. Next to it were the buckles from the kid's shoes, and a kid-sized pile of ashes. Damn it. Why hadn't he lied and told the kid he'd take the book to the rebels? The kid would be alive now. Really pissed off and betrayed, but alive. Oh, damn it. Reynardo picked up the book. He couldn't let the Empire have it now. He was going to have to get it out of there. He'd be a wanted man. Probably have to join the rebellion just to have a place to dock. Well, he'd hated home life anyway.
So, this is basically Star Wars at this point. Who doesn't love Star Wars with enemies?
What was the big deal about this book anyway? Maybe he should open it and find out.
It's the plan for the Death Star, obviously.
All that had been years ago. How many? The war was a blur. And now 3 Raven scout ships were chasing him. "Where are you running, rebel?" cawed the Raven captain over the loudhailer. Reynardo could see them cranking up their catapults. "Just going out for milk?" Reynardo yelled back. "Where can you run?" laughed the Raven horribly. Far behind him, another city was burning. The dark cloud above its island was thousands of Imperial ships. The fleet was doing a thorough job. "Take us to the rebel base, and we'll spare your life!" it cawed. The entire jury-rigged rebel fleet was only a few islands to the east. Beyond that were only the pillars of heaven, a sea of endless blood-colored tornadoes. The rebellion was out of time, unless Reynardo could bring a game-changer. Maybe he could. Reynardo had found out where he could find the pieces of the Sky Ripper, the legendary weapon that had exiled the lost gods. Surely a legendary weapon could win the final battle. On the other hand, his old friend Lapino had sent Reynardo a desperate message saying he had a brilliant scheme to save the rebellion. If Reynardo could only rescue him. Reynardo dived the Farfarer towards the abyss. As he felt the heat of the jet stream, the Raven ships peeled off, not stable enough to follow him down there. Now it was time to choose. Lapino or the Sky Ripper?
I mean, I feel like friends are going to be more important in the long run. Because if I know anything about ancient artifacts and games and books and everything, it's they never work out the way you think they are. But the same with friends. But I think we're going to try to save his friends.
Lapino. Apparently, the Mad Rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own. Lapino always wiggled out of trouble, given time. But he was out of time. The Ravens had figured out that Lapino was a rebel spy. If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse.
And who knows, maybe in this game we'll get to go back and play all of the missions, even if we didn't choose them. Who knows? But probably not. But yeah, this is feeling like a Star Wars rip-off. But
Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen the winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens? Reynardo's blood was up. He just needed to smash something.
so I wonder if I'm going to get a lot of stuff from that, or if it's just going to be check. have to play around with that eventually. Fun stuff.
The platform used a hybrid propulsion system fueled by anti-gravity and wishful thinking.
Oh, this game is great.
People were frightened these days. Just 2 weeks past, Reynardo had sneaked through an empty town and listened to the Raven's call about the Emperor's new taste in ritual sacrifice. Firewalls only let you through if they think you're hot enough.
Ooh. So maybe we'll get to come back here with the fire sword? I feel like that's gonna be our... gonna happen. I could be wrong now. Don't have it. Ooh, but a dash would be nice. Eventually. See, that's a hero sword, but I want to explore everything first. I want the carrot. Oh. It looks like this might... Looks like we have to go this way.
Can't we just agree to disagree? Said Reynardo. No?
Never don't break the
Ravens were landing everywhere. The advance guard. He'd better get moving. If they got to Lupino first, they'd eat him for breakfast. Or a snack. Ravens weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lupino. Where had the mad rabbit got to?
Ah, yes. Health. Just do give me ore. I'm gonna have to break every single one of these. Okay, I can do it. Challenge accepted. How the that door was, and there's those being there, it seems like maybe I can go back eventually. Either play or...
Reynardo felt like he was ready to learn new things. Thank goodness he didn't have to go to school for that. It was starting to come back to him. Something you never completely forgot, like how to freeze time when attacking. The more he fought, the more he'd probably remember.
Alright then. Sort of dashing.
Over here.
I can't go back after I fought is strange. But, oh well. So slightly inconveniencing. Huh. That would be nice to get. That would be nice. That would be nice. All of it would be nice, honestly. But you can't always get what you want. That's a cool looking chest. We'll have to get that. But I think we're gonna call it a day here. We're gonna try to anyway. So if you've liked this stories, Path of Destinies, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.